Public-private partnerships. This is, I don't know how to say it to you other than I think this is a really excellent opportunity. And I think that if we really want North America to be successful, we're going to have to embrace this concept, and we're going to have to embrace it sooner rather than later. Take, for instance, imagine if you were a shareholder of the Sky Dome, right? And this is an important concept. Or a shareholder of the LCBO or of the 407 highway. Just imagine that. The Sky Dome was sold at a fraction of the amount it costs to build, and so was the 407. Now, if those had been done with an opportunity for us Ontarians to be shareholders, or given, okay, say, we're going to take our tax money, but we're also going to give an opportunity for Ontario taxpayers, it had a real southern accent to it, Ontario taxpayers to buy and invest in these projects and have an ownership claim in these projects, that would have been really powerful. Again, I think that government alone has shown itself to be not an effective manager of all of and granted, they're juggling a lot of different balls right now, but again, in a lot of cases, they're really inefficient, they're really expensive, and they don't do as good a job as as we would see in a competitive environment. So I just want you to think about that for a moment, that instead of, the province owning it and them spending their money, instead of the government of Ontario, the government of Brantford, owning something, if you were treated as a shareholder, in that if there were profits, they were paid to you as a dividend. If you think that, whatever the management decisions are of the Sky Dome or the LCBO or 407 are not going to take it to profitability, you can get out of it. So again, I see the private sector, the way in which the private sector operates, and that it's a lot easier to be an owner and make our own decisions about how our money is being spent is a lot better in the private sense than it has ever been in the public sense. I mean, I think between the federal and provincial governments, they spend about $18,000 a year on us, paid for by your taxation. Add what, 2,000 to 6,000 in for your property taxes, so 20 grand paid for by the taxpayers, and you get a vote once every 4 years on what, $80,000. I don't think that's a good deal. I think that has given government and corporations, or the people that run government and the people that run corporations who the government has to buy stuff from, some really excellent opportunities to fleece us. I mean, it doesn't take very long for a new scandal to come out. I mean, we didn't get a power plant built, but we spent over $600 million on that. I mean, you don't get that by any, I have no idea. I can't even fathom how that occurs. And it can only occur behind the cover of darkness. And that's what government is, really. It's in a lot of cases a cover of darkness. They get backroom deals, and what did you expect? You wanted somebody to take it over. You didn't want to be responsible for it, so there you go. So I think public-private partnerships can be really helpful, And the more that us individuals have a say over our money and how it gets spent, and if we can have ownership of those things and personally vote, not give it away to some guy, that you didn't vote for but has the right to represent you, of course that's going to result in lousy, and not what you personally would want to see. So, again, I think that public-private partnerships are a good road to go down and offer a lot more flexibility and a lot more involvement from taxpayers and owners than the current situation of, well, you didn't vote for us, you didn't contribute to our party. That's pretty well what they do. So that's my opinion on that.